Hello, ambassadors, and welcome to Friday. And it's going to be a pretty darn good weekend for you. Now, even though Mercury is in retrograde, your ruling planet, the moon is in Libra, which means emotionally you're in part or connected to your self-expression, your soul's expression, your inner child, the creative part of yourself, the romantic part of yourself, the butterfly part of yourself. So emotionally, the moon, you're being pulled into this playful side of yourself. And it could go sour, given the Mercury retrograde, if you take it to the wrong extent. For instance, a sour sunny and childlike weekend is partly cloudy and chance of childhood tantrums. Sometimes we throw an inner tantrum, we don't get what we want. That's the only time I see this go negative, and because the Mercury retrograde, like I'm saying, it possibly could. Now we'll talk about that in a minute. Overall, I would encourage you to be creative, to be romantic, and to have fun through the weekend with the moon in Libra. One other quality about it, with the moon in an air sign, it throws the emotional vibration into an intellectual space, which Geminis prefer to think about it. So it's also a little bit of a break from your emotions being so heavy. Now let's talk about that Mercury retrograde, shall we? It's been going on for nearly a week now, Gemini. And Mercury retrograde, whether you know it or not, indicates a rethinking of one area of our life. Now, since Mercury rules you, I actually have a theory about what happens to Geminis literally. You are twins, basically. Now, most of the time, Geminis will only show you one of the twins, and the other consciousness is in the background constantly spinning and thinking. My belief is, this is just Chris, not Soul Garden, that in a Mercury retrograde, it actually shifts. Your other twin is forced out, and your primary twin is forced back. So Geminis feel out of sorts. They feel exposed. All these different things they say during a retrograde. Now, in a bigger picture, Mercury retrograde represents really a rethinking of one area of our life. And since this is all going down in the house of abundance, money, and self-esteem, Geminis are rethinking their position on all those topics for the next 10 to 15 days. In fact, the sun is on approach as Mercury is moving retrograde, and in 1 week on Friday, the two will come together. And it's my belief that Geminis at that point will realize what's not working when it comes to self-esteem, abundance, or even their value system. So think about that through your sunny and childlike weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday, Gemini. Live, love, be.